Hello, this is Mindy and Cindy's Corner, and welcome to Cindy's Corner again. Today we're talking about multiplying. I'm talking to my multipliers. We'll start with 35 times 5, and we come with the answer 175. How do we come up with that answer? 5 times 5 is 25. Since the 5 is in the ones column, we leave it here, and we carry that 2. When we carry the 2, we multiply 5 times 3, and you add the 2, which makes 17. So 35 times 5 is 175. How do we do that? 5 times 5 is 25. You put the 5 here. You add a 2 here, because that was in the tens column. 3 times 5 is 15, plus that 2 is 175. You can have pens, papers, pencils, magic markers, or you can also have the magnetic numbers. We're just reviewing simple multiplication, so we are just talking to our multipliers today. 32 times 2. Now this is something a little different, because 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6. So 32 times 2 is 64. What was the difference? I mentioned that something was different. Because we don't have to carry anything. Why don't we have to carry anything? Because we're in the ones column. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6. Welcome to Cindy's Corner. This is Mindy. All of my parents and students around the world, welcome, welcome, welcome. We're going to go on to 64. I'm going to still use the 64, and I'm going to keep on with the multiplication. 64. 64 times, let's say 3. 64 times 3. And these are the rules of math. These are not tricks and how do you get to the answer in a tricky way. These are the rules of math, and this is just what we're going to do. 3 times 4 is 12. 2. Put the 2 because it's in the ones column. And we carry the 1. 3 times 6 is 18, and you add that 1. You add that 1, and the total of 64 times 3 is 192. How do we do that? 3 times 4 is 12, 2 carry a 1, 6 times 3 is 18. You add that 1 from the tens column, the answer is 192. Let's do another one. Let's try something for the 100s column, the tens column, and the 1 column. 192 times 6. 192 times 6. Well, we have a little more work to do, but it's not really that difficult. It's 6 times 2. 6 times 2 is 12. You put the 2 here, and you carry that 1. 6 times 9 is 4. But we have to add this 1. Put the 5 here, and we'll carry the 5. 6 times 1 is 6. But we have to add that 5. That makes 11. So 192 times 6 is 1,152. How did we get it? 6 times 2 is 12. You put the 2 here, you put the 1 here, which has to be added on. 9 times 6 is 54 plus that 1. You put the 5 here, you put the other 5 here to be added on. 6 times 1 is 6. You add on that 5, 1,152. Let's do another one. Let's put in a 0 to add an interesting mechanism to this, because we know that in math, 0 in multiplication, when we're multiplying by 0, the answer is 0. Because if we're starting with 0 and we multiply 0 6 times, we're still going to end up with 0. So that's an interesting factor when multiplication and the digit 0. 6 times 0 is 0. Then we have 6 times 2, which is 12. Put the 2, and what do we do to the 1? We carry it. 6 times 6 is 36. What do we do with this 1? We add it. 3,720. How do we get that? 6 times 0 is 0. 6 times 2 is 12. 2, carry a 1. 6 times 6 is 36. With the 1 is 37. So 620 times 6, the answer is 3,720. Thank you so much for joining me today at Cindy's Corner, and have a wonderful day. Like and subscribe if you want to. But here at Cindy's Corner, we talk about numbers. Today I was talking to my multipliers. From Cindy's Corner, bye for now.